Good evening. We read Daniel 1 3 to 7. Then here is the background of the book of Daniel. Daniel, being autobiographical, gives persistent snapshots from the prophet Daniel's life. The Babylonians conquered the ruling Assyrians in 605 BC. The nation of Judah after founds itself under Babylonian domination. One of the first acts of Babylon's king Nebuchadnezzar was to capture choice citizens from Jerusalem, Judah's capital city, and bring them into his royal household. Daniel, who was likely about 15 years old at that time, was among those taken. The best and the brightest. Nebuchadnezzar specified the Hebrew captives were to be members of the royal family or from Judah's noble families. Whether Daniel and his friends were members of the royal household or part of Judah's nobility is unknown. People from those social strata would have had the finest education of the day and would have been trained in matters of culture and tradition. Nebuchadnezzar was looking for people who could support him and strengthen his kingdom, power, influence, and reputation. Additionally, taking the strongest and most influential to Babylon would weaken Judah, making it vulnerable to future assaults. What Nebuchadnezzar had not considered was the religious foundation that had been firmly rooted in Daniel and his three Hebrew friends. They had grown up under the influence of Judah's godly king, Josiah. His reign, 640 to 609 BC, was marked by God's people renewing the covenant, a nationwide revival, and God's word being reestablished as the core for Hebrew worship. Daniel and his friends' personal devotion to God and His Word certainly began in the pattern set out of their parents. This is a reminder for us today to establish environments that honor and revere God and His Word. These godly foundations are not easily forgotten or abandoned. The Apostle Paul reminded Timothy of the long term benefits of being raised in a God fearing household. When I call to remembrance the unfeigned faith that is in thee, which dwell first in thy grandmother Lois and thy mother Eunice, and I am persuaded that in thee also. 2 Timothy 1:5. Okay? We'll stop that. Tomorrow we will read the training and the teaching of the friends of Daniel. Daniel and his friends. Okay, good night. God bless all.